Hello students, welcome to the next lecture on group theory. This time we are going to study symmetric groups. Symmetric groups are groups which contains mapping or permutations. So what is a permutation? Permutation is a 1-1 onto mapping from a set to itself. So a mapping from a set to itself. So we have taken the set 1 2 3, and this is the mapping which is defined like here in arrow diagram, which is 1 1 because one element is attached to one. Every element is attached to one element only, and onto because this set has no element unattached, or you can say every element of S has a pre-image. So this is 1 1 onto mapping known as permutation. So this is one example, and the arrow diagram can be converted to this way, which is more effective. Here I have written the element in the first row and their images below them, like the image of 1 is 2, an image of 2 is 3, an image of 3 is 1. So this is a way of writing the permutations. So this is one permutation on a set of 3 symbols 1 2 3. So if we have to find all the other permutations, so what is the way? So in the next slide you can see all the element of S3. S3 means the permutation on the set of 3 elements. So this is the way of writing all the element. Firstly, we attach each element to itself, that give us a 1 1 onto permutation. And in the next you can see I have kept the element 1 fixed and 2 are crossing. In the next 2 is fixed and other 2 are crossing. In the next you can see 3 is attached to itself and other 2 are crossing. So in this way, first you attach every element to itself, then keep 1 fixed and cross other 2, and in the last 2 you can see all the elements are crossing, no one element is attached to itself. So there are 6 way of writing the this 1 1 onto permutation. So there are 6 permutation on the set of 3 symbols, on the set of 3 elements. So this is the arrow diagram way. Now another way of writing this, as I have already written in the first slide, this is the better way of writing, in which the elements are written in the upper row and their images are written in the lower row. Like in the first case you can see every element is attached to itself. In the second, 1 is fixed, other 2 are crossing, then 2 is fixed, other 2 are crossing, then 3 is fixed, other 2 are crossing, then no 1 is fixed and all are crossing. So this is the way, same image. First we have to write every element is attached to itself, every element has its image as itself, then one element fixed crossing other 2 and all the crossings. So this is the another way, but the best way of writing is the cyclic permutation way, in which all these 6 permutations are written in this way, that this is identity permutation because every element is attached to itself. So we have the another way of writing is just I, you have to write I for this. Next, for next F1 we can write in this way, which is a cyclic permutation, in which the element which is fixed, which has its own image as itself, is not mentioned in the cyclic permutation. Only the element which are changing, which are variant, are written in a cyclic permutation. Like here 2, image of 2 is 3 and image of 3 is 2. So here in the next case you can see 2 is fixed, so we have not mentioned 2 in the cyclic permutation, only 1 and 3 which are crossing, they are written in the cyclic way of permutation. In the next you can see 3 is fixed, so only 1 and 2, image of 1 is 2 and image of 2 is 1, so that complete the cycle. We need to write only 1 and 2. In the next you can see all the elements are crossing, so image of 1 is 2 and image of 2 is 3 and image of 3 is 1. So this complete the cycle 1 2 3. In the next slide, in the next this case also you can see the cyclic permutation. So here you can see the elements of S3, the set of permutation has 6 element. So this is the way of writing the elements of S3. So now we are able to define a permutation group. So a set of all the permutation on a non-empty set form a group under the operation of composition of function. Because for a group first we need a set, a non-empty set. So here we have taken the set of permutation, set of 1 1 onto mappings from a set to itself. And other thing that we need is a binary operation that compose two elements and make them one. So here the binary operation is the composition of function. How we compose two function, make them one. So under this operation, under the composition of mappings, this set of permutation becomes a group. So this group is known as permutation group and it is defined by AS. Now if S has n elements, then the group is called symmetric group of degree n and is denoted by Sn. Here n is the degree of the group, not its order, because order of Sn will be n factorial. Why its order will be n factorial? You can see here that we have n element in S, so the elements are written in the upper row and their images will be in the second row. So how many ways we can attach one element to the other n elements? So we have n ways of attaching one to the set on the other hand. And if one element is attached, then we are left with n minus one element, because we have to maintain the 1 1 condition, that set the permutation should be 1 1. So the other element, that 2, has n minus 1 ways of writing its images. And when two elements are written, then for the third we will have n minus 2 ways. In this way we will know that in how many ways this function can be arranged, function can be written. So total number of ways, that is known as total permutation on a set of n element, is n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 and so on, 3 2 1, that is n factorial. So there are n factorial way of writing the 1 1 onto mapping from a set to itself. So therefore order of Sn is n factorial. So order of Sn is n factorial and degree of Sn is n, right? So this is the way of writing the images. So element 1 2 3 in the upper row and their images f1 f2 f3, they are written in the second row. So now we have to know what is a composition of mapping. Means if you have two mappings, we have to compose them and make one mapping from these two, like F and G. Here we have taken a simple case. Let F be a mapping which attach 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 1. So it means image of 1 is under F, it is 2, because 1 is attached to 2, and image of 2 is 3 and image of 3 is 1. From here we can see image of 1 is 2, image of 2 is 3 and image of 3 is 1. So here this in the second mapping G, we have taken two mappings. So again 1 2 3 are the elements. In the upper row maintain the order, these are the elements, and in the lower row you have to write the images. Like here it is 3, so that means image of 1 is 3 and under G. Okay, G of 1 is 3, G of 1 is 3, G of 2 is 1 and G of 3 is 2. So we have seen from here how the elements are attached, so we have written the images. Now the composition. So composition, here I have used the composition sign star, F star G, how to multiply two mappings, how to compose them. So we have to write the image of 1 2 3 under the composition, under the product of these two mappings. So what we have done, F G of 1, G of 1 is 3, so here it is written 3, F3, and F3 is here is 1. So what ultimately we get is image of 1 is 1 under F star G, right? Similarly, when we write we have to write the image of 2. First we will see what is the image of 2 under G. So under G, image of 2 is 1, and what is the image of 1 under F? It is 2. So FG2 is 2. Similarly, we can see image of 3 is 3 under the composition of these two mappings. So you can see that all the elements that we get after composing two mappings, these are composed in such a way that first we will see what is the image of that element under G. When F into G is written, first you will see the image under G, then the image under F, right? It's the opposite way. F is written in first place, but we see the image under G first of all. So here you can see this is the product of these two mappings. So first we see here image of 1 is 3 and image of 3 is 1. So images 1 is 1. So you have to compose these two mapping in this way. So this is called multiplication or composition of two mappings. Now very important result that prove that AS, the set of permutation, is a group under this composition of mapping. So here we have to prove 4 properties of a group. First, closure property. That means if we have two mappings, two permutation, their product or their composition is again a permutation. So F and G are two permutation, means these are 1 1 onto mapping from S to S. So F star G, which is defined like this, is also 1 1 and onto. How? It is in the first case you can see here 1 1 is proved. So for 1 1 we take two elements S1 and X2 from the set S such that their images are equal under F star G. So we open this F star G, F of G of X1 is equal to F of G of X2, and because G is 1 1, so what we get is, first of all, because F is 1 1, so if the images are equal, then the elements are equal. Again G is 1 1, so their elements X1 X2 will be equal. So what we get, if the image are equal, then X1 X2 are also equal. That means F star G is 1 1. Similarly, we can prove the onto relation here. Now for onto, we have taken one element Z from S. Now because F is onto function, onto means every element has pre-image. So this is the element Z, so it must be image of some element Y under F, because F is onto function. Now because G is also onto, under G also Y must have some pre-image, say it is X. So now you can see that under F star G, if we write the image of X, what it will be? It will be Z, because G of X is Y and F of Y is Z. So we get that every element Z has a pre-image under F star G, so F star G is onto. Right? So this proves the closure property that for every two element from AS, their composition is also the element of AS, because F star G is also 1 1 onto mapping from a set S to itself. So this proves the closure property. Now the associative law. For associative law we need three elements from AS. So there are three mappings F, G, H. Now we have to compose these three. First you write F star G star H, G star H into bracket, and we operate this mapping on X. So how we will operate? First X will be taken, F is outside, H star G star H of X. So G star H means G of HX and of F. F is already outside, so this is the value of this side. Similarly, if you keep F star G into bracket and compose it with H on X, so what we will do? F star G of HX, right? Then after opening, whenever you have to write the F star G on X, you have to replace star by bracket and maintain the order, right? In place of star you just put the bracket. So in this way we can see that these two are same. So this means associative property is true for the set of permutation. Now the existence of identity. So identity permutation, identity mapping is a mapping which map every element to itself. Image of x is x, that is called identity mapping. Now this is a 1:1 onto mapping, which is very clear. You can see that as we have done 1 2 3 elements and they are attached to 1 2 3, so there is only one way of attaching every element to itself, so that is known as identity permutation, which is 1 1 and on to. Now it is identity element. For that we need the property of groups, that if we apply this star operation between identity and any other element, the answer should be A. So here we have the elements as permutation F and identity we have I. Now we will check that whether this is equal to F, then it will be the identity element. So how we will check? We will apply it on a element, because for a permutation, for a mapping, it hold value only when it is applied on a element. So here F star I is applied on x, F star I, then we remove star and put the bracket. I of x is x, fx, and f for f star I is f. That proves the result that f star I is f. Similarly, you can prove I star f is f. So I act as identity element for this set. Now the last property, existence of inverse. So for inverse, we have taken one permutation f, which is 1 1 onto, and if a function is 1 1 onto, then it is invertible. That means its inverse exists. So f inverse exists, and f inverse is also 1 1 and onto, right? Because if function is 1 1 onto, its inverse is also 1 1 onto. That is the property of function. Now f inverse belongs to AS because it is 1 1 onto from a set to itself. That is the definition of a permutation. So f inverse belongs to AS. Now what we have to prove? The inverse property, that if one element is operated with its inverse, we get identity as answer. So now we need to check if f is operated with f inverse, do we get identity mapping? So here it is done, that f star f, when f inverse star f when operated on x, it will give us f inverse fx, and fx we have taken as y. So f inverse y, which is x. Why it is x? Because of this condition. If fx is y, then f inverse y will be x, right? The inverse function will give us image of y as x. So what we get is f inverse f is equal to x. So the mapping which keep the element as it is the identity mapping. Now we get here f inverse star f x as x. So element has itself its image. So this mapping f inverse star f is identity mapping, right? Similarly, you can prove the other way. That means f inverse is the inverse of f. So f, if the result hold for f, it means it hold for all the elements of AS. So this proves that the permutation set is a group. Now the next topic is cyclic permutation. Cyclic permutation is another way of writing the permutation. So what is this way? In this way we write all the elements. Let all the element be these one, x1, x2, xm. These are the elements of the set S. So these are the element in such a way that image of x1 is x2, image of x2 is x3. That means they are written in such a order that one element is image of the previous element, right? So the way of writing them in this manner, that image of each element is the next element in the row, and image of the last element is the first element, so that it will complete the cycle. Now here we have taken m element from x1, x2 up to xm. So this is known as a cyclic permutation or a cycle of length m. The number of element in a cycle is called its length. Now this is the example that we have just discussed earlier, that if image of 1 is 2, and image of 2 is 3, so we can write it in this way. Image of 1 means every element is the image of the previous element, or image of each element is the next element. Image of 1 is 2, image of 2 is 3, and image of 3 is 1. Image of last element is the first element, so that it complete the cycle, and it is known as cyclic permutation or a cycle simply. So you can see one example here. I have taken one permutation from S5. S5 means permutation on a set of 5 element, 1 2 3 4 5. So this is a cyclic permutation writing in this way. So this permutation written in this way is called cyclic permutation. So how it is arranged, here I have draw this cycle here. So we start from 1. So 1 is written here. What is the image of 1? It is 3. Then we write the image of 3, not of 2. So image of 1 is 3, then image of 3 which is 4. Then image of 4 is 2. Then image of 2 is 5. Then image of 5 is 1. And we complete the cycle because we end up with 1. From where we have started, we end there. So we have to write this in a cycle. So image of 1 is 2, image of 2 is 3, image of 3 is 4, and image of 4 is 2, and image of 2 is 5, and image of 5 is 1. So that completes the cycle. So this is the way of writing a cyclic permutation. Properties or features of a cyclic permutation. Length of a cycle means number of element it has. Then cycle of length M is also known as M cycle. Cycle of length is identity permutation, because if it has only one element, whether it is 1 or 2, so it is image of itself. So this is known as identity permutation. Cycle of length 2 is known as 2 cycle or a transposition. Transposition is used more. Then element whose image is the element itself, they are called fixed element or invariant. They are not mentioned in the cyclic permutation. Only variant elements are mentioned in a cyclic permutation. This is all here. Thank you.